Welcome, viewers. Let us watch history in the making today. Space exploration has been one of those things that always makes me, Karn Pratibha, super wide eyed. And you can see the smiles on our faces today. This has been like a part of my and Karn's conversation for as long as I can remember. I think it comes in every conversation that we have, right?
Yeah.
And today, watching a person like Richard Branson, who in himself is such a celebrity number one, such a great entrepreneur, somebody you can absolutely idolize, and watching him go into space and probably, saying fu Bezos and fu Musk. That's a
The amazing.
70-year-old guy.
This is our space race.
Whoa. I mean, absolutely thrilled to watch this. I don't know what about you guys. I mean, you can tell us your excitement in the comments and all. But me and Karn had authored one of the write-ups at Read On that's called The Economics of Space, where we have
Had
talked
no
about
economics, which had no economics, and a lot of on space.
lot of philosophy, lot of existentialism also got into it, lot of talks
I
about
love,
hope,
I love. I think
mythology.
that is one of my favorite pieces of writing that at least I have done. I've
I
done
think
Absolutely.
that was
very
one of
little.
my favorite pieces too.
Absolutely. And I think Pratibha got into Read On because of that write up. I kept
Totally.
writing probably because of that write up.
Yeah.
So that link is in the description, guys, if you want to check it out till this live stream starts. We are hoping is they do not have any more delays. We've been super excited to do this. हम लोग 6:30 बजे से ऐसे ही बैठे हुए हैं कि कब स्टार्ट होगा कब स्टार्ट होगा. But yeah, amazing.
Oh, ironically, funnily, that article also starts with the space race.
Yes. Absolutely.
We didn't speak about Richard Branson though, but how
एग्जैक्टली मैं यही नोट कर रहा था आज कि रिचर्ड ब्रांसन को मेंशन तक नहीं किया है. एंड देन प्रतिभा डिड अ 1 year celebration of that piece with another piece of her own. उसमें she has covered all of these three people trying to get into space tourism, trying to get into space advertising, which is also something that we talked about in the previous write-up in the first version. And
uh,
yeah, watching all of that come to life is like super thrilling.
life has come full circle.
In fact, in that
Absolutely.
other write-up, like there was no mention about this space flight. I had just mentioned about the 20th July one where Bezos will be going to space. So this was just like a surprise, and it's incredible. Just
This
super
is
excited.
Absolutely.
the biggest FU of the 21st century anyone has
Totally.
done to anyone. This is like बेजोस ने इंस्टाग्राम पे वो विश भी किया है रिचर्ड ब्रांसन को.
अब पब्लिकली तो करना पड़ेगा ना. अंदर से ऐसा दुख हो रहा होगा उसको. वो भी अच्छे टाइम,
चालू
वो भी हाँ वो भी टाइम ऑसम लग रहा है, देख के ऑसम लग रहा है. बट वो भी टाइम करने का कोशिश किया अपोलो मिशन के साथ, उसका टाइम को वो किया है, सिंक्रोनाइज किया है. बट वर्जिन गैलेक्टिक वाज लाइक हमारे हैं ब्रो. Oh, amazing. But yeah, I think everybody is excited about this event. Most of the polymath तो सारे के सारे excited होंगे obviously. But I mean, इसके channel पे, खुद के channel पे there are lakhs of people watching live, right? So that in itself is absolutely amazing.
6 lakh people are waiting for this.
And ये start कब हो गया था यार? I mean, goosebumps आने वाले हैं आज बहुत सारे. Lots of goosebump moments. But for you, what has been that, your current favorite space story kind of a thing, space related incident that is very close to you?
Neil Armstrong stepping on moon,
वो पूरा
and
वीडियो
that whole story as just
यू रिकमेंडेड वन मूवी टू
that is
मी, मैं भूल
just
रहा हूँ
incredible to me.
क्या नाम था उस मूवी का.
First Man,
हाँ,
Ryan
करेक्ट
Gosling,
करेक्ट.
First Man.
Absolutely. And that was an amazing movie. I also absolutely loved it. थोड़ा सा slow start होता है, but the whole picturization of that moon landing, absolutely mind blowing. अपन ये मस्क का इतना ज्यादा देखते हैं that कि टेस्ला से इंस्पायर्ड है एंड ऑल. तो आज मैं देख रहा था टेस्ला ने कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग लिखा है क्या स्पेस के बारे में, स्पेस एक्सप्लोरेशन वगैरह के बारे में. आई जस्ट डिस्प्ले इट यहाँ पे. चेक दिस. Modern science says the sun is the past, the earth is the present, the moon is the future. From an incandescent mass we have originated, and into a frozen mass we shall return.
Wow.
Wow.
Merciless is the law of nature,
Wow.
and rapidly and irresistibly we are drawn to our doom. This was Tesla.
Wow.
So, and this
Wow.
reminded me of one of my favorite poems also. This whole talk about fire and cold, that is ice. And there's this brilliant, beautiful poem by Robert Frost, Fire
Yeah.
and Ice.
Hmm.
That is
Paradise.
absolutely my favorite. I remember it. That is one of the poems that I only poems that I remember by heart. बट मैं उसको रीड आउट करना चाहूंगा. जब तक ये स्टार्ट नहीं हो रहा है तब तक कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. So I just read that out. Some say
Perfect.
the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I have known enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. Beautiful, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Love this.
Yeah, and I mean, it always gives me goosebumps. It's one of my favorite poets. We have a lot of people joining in. Hi, Tript. Tript is here. Yay! So Tript and my sister just got married last week. So
Oh, congrats,
congratulations on
Trip.
live. Congrats बोलूं कि sorry feel करूं पता नहीं
भाई देखो शादी हुई है बट ये इवेंट इज सो ग्रैंड कि इसके लिए आए हैं.
he's on his. I think he is on his way back to home from Udaipur. They went out. अभी वो घर के रास्ते में होगा. Hi Garima. Garima is here. Garima is saying that she recently watched Kalpana Chawla ka documentary and she just got goosebumps. Absolutely, yaar. I
This is
mean,
a documentary on AXN. I think I have always wanted to watch. I don't know.
I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched it
heard
yet.
about this.
I'm yet
But
to watch it.
Kalpana Chawla ka when I heard it was, matlab, as a kid when I read about that story, it was like really moving.
Absolutely. One of the
But yeah,
greatest
which is your
tragedy.
favorite space moment, or
I think
favorite as
for
that you remember the most or impacts you the most?
because that Falcon 9 launch and all happened within our lifetime,
Hmm.
that has been one of the most interesting aspects for me, that has made me enamored. And I have been a space enthusiast for a very very long time now. I don't remember तब मस्क वस्क था भी नहीं सीन में, बेजोस वेजोस कोई नहीं था सीन में. एंड उस टाइम पे एब्सोल्युटली द मून लैंडिंग. सो वी हैड दिस बिग मोटा एनसाइक्लोपीडिया इन आवर स्कूल लाइब्रेरी. एंड उसमें था ऐसे बहुत सारे स्पेस इवेंट्स के बारे में, प्लैनेट्स वगैरह के बारे में बहुत कुछ था. तो उसमें बहुत सुंदर से पिक्चराइज्ड था पूरा वो मून लैंडिंग एंड एवरीथिंग, उसका बड़ा बड़ा
Wow.
कोट्स के साथ. तो दैट आई स्टिल रिमेंबर दैट इमेज एंड ऑल. उसके बाद वो कॉन्स्पिरेसी थ्योरीज भी लिखी हुई थी उसमें पीछे कि कैसे मून लैंडिंग वाज नॉट रियली समथिंग दैट हैड टेकन प्लेस.
Encyclopedia में conspiracy theory भी दी है कैसी?
हाँ, मतलब इंसाइक्लोपीडिया प्रॉपर इंसाइक्लोपीडिया नहीं होगा. इट वुड बी कोई पिक्चराइज्ड बुक और समथिंग लाइक दैट, proper space related ही. Very beautiful graphics and all. So yes, was super
Pratibha?
interesting. Pratibha, what about you?
I think for me, I've always loved watching the night sky Like pehle bhi I was always when I was small, abhi bhi. So I always come to the terrace, look up at the stars, and I always wanted to have a telescope and
Me
watch the
too.
stars. I wish to have a telescope someday. And I also talk to my friends about space travel and space exploration. So for me, it's more about the conversations and the whole idea of you know going into space, into something beyond what we are, because we are really nothing in this vast universe. And just the whole ideas, I can just go very philosophical right now.
Absolutely.
Guys,
Um,
she's just 20. I think 20 or 21. And
20.
just turned 20, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but I,
I
I
think.
spent last night watching stars, and where I live, relatively compared to other metropolitan cities, stars are quite visible. And yeah, I
Hmm.
spent quite some
Noida
Yes.
time
में
in.
ज़्यादा अच्छे से दिखता है क्या?
हाँ, काफी दिखा था.
I actually
Amazing.
can see the stars here.
Hmm.
I think we should read out that pale blue dot wala bhi quote because Pratibha
Definitely.
mentioned this uh, about us being infinitesimally small in this big
Definitely.
universe. Maybe we can just read that out. ये लोग जल्दी स्टार्ट नहीं किए तो ये कोट रीडिंग सेरेमनी हो जाएगा आई थिंक.
Favorite quotes on space. That in itself, काफी
Absolutely.
interesting.
And you guys can also, just put in your questions, put in your quotations, thoughts, etc. Whatever has inspired you about space and all. We would love to know from you also. Let's keep interacting till we wait for this to start. I'm just trying.
Siddharth is asking Italy or England. England boy. Richard Branson भी इंग्लैंड से है और हम सपोर्ट भी इंग्लैंड को कर रहे
Awesome. Maybe I just change the screen and share that screen so that people can look at that image also.
हैं.
That will be super interesting for everybody. They'll get a bit of context as well. Uh, I'll just share that. People can read it also now.
And give the backstory also. कि how if मतलब you must know the backstory.
Bata bata.
नहीं but हाँ about the Voyager being this lone spaceship that is out and about in outer space now and outside the Milky Way. I think I'm not sure, but yeah, it is the farthest human-made object, the
Correct.
Voyager,
That has
and
traveled the
it was
farthest.
just leaving our solar system. Carl Sagan, who is this very famous author and physicist and teacher, professor, he asked the NASA team to basically turn the camera around and take a photo of the Earth because he wanted to basically make us realize how insignificant we are.
Absolutely. So just look at this quote. Look again at that dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. On it, everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you've ever heard of, every human being who ever was lived out their lives. The aggregate of our joy and suffering, thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines, every hunter and gatherer, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilization, every king and peasant, every couple in love, every mother and father, hopeful child, inventor and explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there on a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam. So every time this just makes us go, yeah. But I think this is starting, guys. We don't want to miss it. No.
Finally,
Yeah.
50 seconds.
Come on, come on, come on.
Finally.
Sounds okay?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Awesome.
How do you think this event will change things in the larger scheme of everything?
I think now the race is no more between nations. Like first it was which nation will go to space, first. Now it's just become this race between billionaires, and we have like three forerunners in this space. And I think the challenge is still how to make it kind of affordable for
Hmm.
people to have
Hmm.
space vacations. But again, I feel if it becomes very very commercialized, or if anyone and everyone can go to space, if it becomes affordable in a way, then there will obviously be some environmental impacts also. So there's a lot to it. You just have to wait and watch, I think.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Go.
starting.
Wow.
Beautiful picture, I wish.
Where's the launch pad? Launch site? कहाँ पर है? New Mexico.
The beautiful home of virtual Galactic in Sierra County, New Mexico,
New
and
Mexico.
the stage for today's momentous occasion. I'm delighted you can join us for an historic day. Over the next few hours, you'll see live coverage of today's space flight, unprecedented access inside the spacecraft, and a live performance of a brand new song by multi-platinum artist Khalid, entrepreneur,
Wow.
philanthropist,
Oh,
and
he's
climate
doing
rights
it.
activist, adventurer,
Stephen
billionaire,
Colbert.
multi-post organist. Later today, Richard Branson and his crew will return to Earth as astronauts. Hello, everyone. I'm Stephen Colbert. Thank you for joining us. Earlier this morning, Richard Branson and his crew arrived in Spaceport America, ready to embark on a life-changing journey. When Richard called me and asked me if I'd like to host today's live stream, I said, "Who is this? How'd you get my number?" Then he said who it was. Explained today's flight test mission, and I said, "Yes, I would be honored to host your launch." After all, I've known Richard for years. I've never been to his private island, but that's okay. That's how close we are. Friends don't have to ask friends to their private island. Evidently. But to be fair, it might be because I spent most of our friendship making fun of him on TV.
Is this just me, or does the volume sound low to you also, Pratibha?
Yeah, I think it's a bit low.
Hmm.
Let's put it to the max.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'll just put one minute.
That little tree swamp clinging to your chin. The grinning goat man. A cross between David Bowie and Pam, the goat god.
What?
Better now?
Yeah, I think.
Obviously, I said all of that in character on a comedy show. So
Okay,
Richard,
I
I want
get
you
it.
to know, as of turning his dream into a reality, as well as people brave enough to get on a spaceship
I'll just
built by the guy
adjust
who
the
launched a
volume.
soda this awful. Seriously, he lost money selling sugar water. All aboard! Today marks the culmination of Branson's dream. He and his crew will set off on a
Is it working
supersonic
now?
voyage which will achieve a maximum velocity of more than Mach 3.5.
Much better.
Zero gravity. Imagine staring out the window on the vast expanse.
Is it working better now?
Yeah, much better. I think Stephen Colbert is such a great choice to host this. He's known for being a science fiction fan, space fan.
Yeah. Is mine this thing stuck or is theirs this?
Staring out the
Yeah.
window, the vast expanse of space, and seeing Earth below, our beautiful blue planet staring at you. Unless, of course, you're the guy in the middle seat. Then you have to ask the astronaut sitting next to the window to put all in perspective for you. Oh, and I'm being told that there are no middle seats in space. Thank you, science. It's been a dream of mine to go to space ever since I was a child. Unfortunately, I cannot be on the spacecraft today. I had a thing. Also, I was not technically invited, but Richard was generous enough to give me a spacecraft of my very own. And I'm using this model to give scientifically accurate play-by-play of today's historic events, as well as doing this.
But his idea of doing this with this guy is good.
Galactic crew are an
Yeah,
inspiration. An inspiration to
making a whole event out of it. Obviously,
Yeah.
you should.
even
Yeah.
your wildest dreams. So let's now take you to where the action is happening, live in the studio at Spaceport America, where your other co-hosts are standing by. First, one of the newest members of the Virgin Galactic team. She's a science author, an expert in space exploration, a bioastronaut researcher, and most impressively, a TikTok star. Kelly Girardi. Great to have you here, Kelly. Next up,
Wow.
a man who's flown 2 space shuttle missions and spent time on the International Space Station, where he served as commander and performed a viral David Bowie cover.
Oh, Chris Hadfield.
First man to do open mic in 0G, Chris Hadfield. Welcome, Chris.
Nice. I did not
And
know that.
finally, your mission host for today. She's a structures operations engineer for Virgin Galactic, and fun fact, actually got married in the spaceship that will be taking the crew up today, Veronica McGowan. So now I turn it over to Veronica, Chris, and Kelly for more on today's historic flight.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with you all, live from Spaceport America. It's a momentous day for Sir Richard Branson, a milestone for Virgin Galactic, and a historic event for the future of spaceflight. Just 7 weeks ago, Virgin Galactic completed the first ever human spaceflight from the great state of New Mexico. And today, our founder and his crew will become some of the very few people to have experienced space travel. Let's take a look at how they arrived to Spaceport America.
Imagine the brand building exercise that this does. I mean,
Wow. Exactly.
this guy came on a cycle.
Sir Richard Branson is so cool though. He's
Doesn't feel like a 70-year-old.
he's so
I think we're going to
badass.
be like that. Yeah, exactly. And I love that accent also.
So great. So many cool billionaires are like space enthusiasts.
Yeah.
अर्थ पे अपॉर्चुनिटीज खत्म हो गए. Ooh.
Astronaut 002.
Astronaut 003, Colin Branson.
Astronaut 004, Sarisha Bamla. Congratulations to you, T22. You are officially wished to space. What a way to start off your journey, first on a bike and now on a spaceship. The team is airborne, and here's the footage of them taking off just moments ago. The spaceflight the runway and elegantly took to the skies on what is a beautiful morning here in the state of New Mexico. They're at approximately 30,000 feet in altitude and climbing as we speak. Our spaceflight system is comprised of two vehicles in a mated configuration. Our mothership Eve, named thoughtfully by Richard after his late mother Eve, and Spaceship Unity, named by the late Stephen Hawking as a vehicle that will unite the world
Wow,
through space.
I didn't.
Wow. Yeah.
Once at the launch altitude and location, Eve will release Unity for a voyage to space. So today is the day, everyone. Chris, what is the significance of today's flight?
I love it when the stuff of dreams becomes a reality.
This guy has spent the most amount of time on the International Space Station, or at least at one point he had. I'm not sure if he's been beaten or something, but yeah.
Superb.
So much like
No.
phone today. And then the Atari X drives to try and push the limits that is very much the DNA that's on this model, like the DNA that has allowed this vehicle to fly. It is like all of those pioneers in the flight today. They pried the door open initially, but this crew today is really pushing it open permanently. And I'm really excited for the flight, but I think it's so significant professionally, technically, but personally for the people on board.
Absolutely, and you mentioned
And for
opening
us
that
too,
doorway.
people
How many
watching
different people
too.
is going to be going through that
We're
doorway
not on the
soon?
flight,
so
but we're
thrilled to
watching
have
it.
you here to get a preview of what you're
Imagine
going to
people
experience on
watching the
Virgin
first
Galactic
humans
in the not too distant
take a flight
future.
to
You
some
gotta be
place.
pretty excited, right?
Normal aeroplane.
Wright brothers.
Yeah.
The next generation of astronauts.
Right.
I feel like front row seats for the final frontier.
That is just like 110, 120 years ago.
Definitely. Well, I'm
Absolutely.
so thrilled to have you here.
Modern
Chris,
history.
Thank you guys so much for joining me
120
today.
years ago, we took the first flight, and now a billionaire is going to space.
Well, Mothership Eve is transporting Spaceship Unity to the launch point.
Wow.
We'll check in with the crew and the preparations that went into today's flight. We'll also share some perspective on the Virgin Galactic mission. So who we
So it
are,
was
what we
December
do,
17,
and our vision for
1903.
commercial space travel in the 21st century. Next, we'll give you a
118,
guided tour through the Virgin
118
Galactic
years.
experience, showing you what our astronauts will see and do throughout their stay, both on the ground and on their life-changing journey into space. Once we've reached the launch altitude and location, we'll see the moment when Spaceship Unity is released from Mothership Eve and accelerates into space, all coming to you live. So there's some incredible energy building here at Spaceport, and we're happy to have some special guests on site taking in this experience. My co-host Kevin, what's the vibe like down there?
Thanks, Veronica. I am currently here at Spaceport America's hangar floor, where the ships usually reside, but as you just saw, they're on their way to space. Right behind me, I have the rocket
They
motors.
created a whole event out of it. I mean, amazing. I thought it would
Bezos,
just be
Bezos must be like watching with his entire team.
तुमने क्या किया गधों?
It's a landmark moment for the new commercial space industry. It certainly is a landmark moment for our founder, Sir Richard Branson, who right now is showing that when you have the fortitude to follow your dream, you can make a hugely profound impact on the world. It's a historic moment because today we are endeavoring to open access to space for all. Can you imagine being up there and looking back down? Has to be one of the most amazing things. And we can't wait.
The god of experiential traveling.
I have to say how proud I am, Kevin.
Where for once the journey actually becomes more exhilarating than the destination.
Wow.
We're thrilled to be here today. So excited.
Perfectly put.
Sharing this moment with us.
It sure really is a historical moment for us, and I'm excited to be here. I'm going to be out in the street, so I'll see you guys in a little bit, but we're going to send it back to you.
This must have been in the works, and
Absolutely.
मतलब बस luck हुआ होगा कि बेजोस ने पहले अनाउंस कर दिया, so they timed it like that. But obviously it also depends on Earth ka position. Obviously, it has to be during this time.
Correct.
More accessible and approachable. Line 3.
Hello.
Hi.
Have you ever thought about going into space, Richard?
Wow.
The moon landing was a catalytic moment for me. I remember my dad taking me outside onto the village green, and we just looked up at the moon. I really did think that myself and many other young people would one day be able to go into space. I waited and I waited and waited for that opportunity, and it never came. They got me thinking. I went to the registry office and I registered the name Virgin Galactic Airways.
It's a brilliant innovation story. The origins of spaceflight at the time, it was big government. The X Prize was a chance to turn that into a much more personal spaceflight experience.
Spaceship One claimed the X Prize and proved the dream was possible. This was the first private venture to go to space, return safely, and do it again just 2 weeks later.
And then from there, we just started expanding. We knew we wanted a bigger system. We wanted something that you could float about the cabin, actually experience zero gravity.
Virgin Galactic offers the first real platform where we can actually open it up to make space for all of us.
We build on the shoulders of giants, but we want to be that first baseline for Earth and actually deliver on that promise.
We are changing the way humanity views space. We've taken the impossible and we're making it inevitable.
We've
Always want to celebrate the team.
awesome.
You need heart. You need the best minds. You need the best humans to work on programs like this.
The sky's no longer the limit for us.
This is an inflection point in human history.
2 astronauts on a tiny television inspired a kid to make it. Imagine what greatness can come from a generation seeing Earth from space.
You're seeing your home planet. It's a real connection with the Earth. It grounds you and it feels timeless.
I think in the same way that I was inspired by the moon landing. I really hope that there will be a world who will be captivated and inspired about the possibility of them going to space one day.
They've made it like a movie.
Have you ever thought about going into space, Richard?
I'd love to go into space. I think there could be nothing nicer. So if you're building a spacecraft, I'd love to come with you on it.
Wow.
Amazing, man. Getting, I mean, they've been lucky that that got caught on camera.
And right now, all of that inspiration up in the sky as the Virgin Galactic spaceflight mission makes its way towards the launch point. Let's take a look at these onboard camera footages now and see what we've got here. We are already at 40,000 feet. You can already see the incredible view and the sky starting to darken there. This is already higher than what most regular commercial airliners will travel at. So I'm sure all of our astronauts are taking in that view already and getting really excited and prepared for the mission. Now, Kelly, we hope to connect live with Richard throughout the show here. What would be going through your mind if you were on board with him right now?
Gosh, you know, aside from the overwhelming excitement, right, I think it would just be a sense of awe, the hard work and the vision that it took to get to today, and the magnitude of what it means for the next generation.
This is unreal.
Experience the wonder
A
of
billionaire is going to space and a TikTok star is giving her opinions and what is happening. Wow.
But she might have credibility. She might have turned into a
Yeah.
TikTok star.
Not disparaging anything she might have done.
But I loved that quote that they used. We have taken the impossible and made it inevitable.
Again, they're over 40,000 feet now. Just a
Absolutely
beautiful view you
amazing.
get there already. I imagine they're just getting really excited for their upcoming space flight. So speaking of the crew on board, let's take a look at the folks in flight today. Virgin Galactic pilots are without a doubt among the very best of the best. They're some of the most experienced pilots in the world, and there are very few flying machines on Earth or off Earth that these professionals haven't flown. In fact, 4 of our pilots are among the very few in history who can lay claim to the title of astronaut. And 2 of them are heading to space again today. Let's meet the crew now. We'll begin with the folks who are supporting today's flight in the chase plane, giving us visuals on the spaceflight system while airborne. Pilot in command of our chase plane today is Jamil Janjua. He's completed over 4,000 flying hours in 48 different vehicles throughout his career, which spans over 20 years in the Royal Canadian Air Force. Joining Jamil is Patrick Moran, who served as a pilot in the
I've seen quite a few space launch events and rocket launch events, but nothing like this. They've
Yeah, absolutely.
deservedly made them heroes and portrayed them as heroes they deserve to be.
Superstars.
CJ has completed 4 NASA space shuttle
7,600
missions,
hours
space
experience.
flights. He's been flying for 37 years and is the first person to enter space from 3 different states.
Whoa.
CJ is joined by Kelly Latimer in the right seat, who's logged more than 6,700 hours in her 32-year flying career. And Kelly is also a pilot with Virgin Orbit, our sister space company, and she just flew their successful launch the other week.
We have another space company.
Pilot and astronaut Dave Mackay.
Then I think
I only
just
know about Virgin Galactic.
Over 25 years now and has over 1,000 hours of flight
Virgin
time.
Orbit or something.
Spanning no fewer than
May have subsidiaries and all.
140 different types of aircraft.
Sister company.
With
Virgin.
Dave is astronaut Mike Masucci. Mike recently passed more than 10,000 hours of logged
Whoa.
flight in a career that's put him in the cockpit of more than 80 different types of aircraft, including the U-2 and, of course, our very own Spaceship Unity. As you can see, our passengers today will be flown to space by some of the most accomplished and experienced pilots in the world. And in the cabin of Spaceship Unity today, there are 4 mission specialists. Let's hear some more about them now. Astronaut 004, Sarisha Devlin. I'll be testing the researcher experience. Virgin Galactic is opening up the opportunity to go to space for everyone. This is a whole new era to get people from different backgrounds, different geographies, different communities into space. And it's giving researchers the opportunity to fly with their payloads. And that is unheard of. They can take the work that they've been doing on Earth to space. And I'm so excited to see where the community takes it in the future.
Wow.
Astronaut 003, Colin Bennett. I'll be evaluating cabin procedures during boost and weightlessness. When I was younger, I assumed that space was only available to a very select few. I had no idea myself that I would ever be in a position to go to space, but here I am. And how awesome it's going to be to be a part of the journey of opening this up to hundreds and thousands of people in the future.
You don't need to be a billionaire. You can also work with a billionaire to go into
I'll
space.
be spaceship cabin lead and tester.
Be as awesome as you can be in your field and
Not dreaming of going to space. The little tiny kid looking up at the stars, the little girl making model rockets.
ये रोने वाली है.
It just was part of my childhood. I think it's a very natural, human, innate curiosity. We're all explorers and adventurers, so I really don't remember an age or a moment where I discovered space. I just always remember dreaming of going to space.
Astronaut 001, Richard Branson. I'll be evaluating the customer space flight experience.
Astronaut 001, what a title to have. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited to hear who gets the spot of 007
Bezos will
as
be
well.
002.
So let's hear more about the
Burn.
Tweet कर दे.
Now, say what you want about Richard Branson, and I have. He has left an indelible mark in the world of business, travel, and entertainment. It's all fueled by his restless sense of adventure.
Actually,
Get that intrepid spirit?
yeah, this is a person who's
Amy Branson. She taught Richard to be bold, to be brave. Richard knows for many reasons today would not be possible without you. He's penned a special letter in tribute to her.
he's somebody who's gone into so many different verticals of businesses, different businesses.
The stars. Well, I took my own winding road, but I always knew to follow your lead. You always pushed us to our limits. When I was a child, you threw me out of the car miles from our house and urged me to find my
That is how you spend money, folks.
to jump into a river to sink or swim.
That is how you do it.
Me and my sister's independence, and loved us with fierceness and tenderness. You were always an adventurer. You took life adolescence dressed as a boy, enlisted during World War II, toured Germany as a ballet dancer after the war.
Wow.
Treacherous routes as intrepid cabin crew for startup airlines. You took us into the great unknown on family holidays. You treated every day as a chance to explore. Before the word existed, you were always an entrepreneur. You helped make ends meet by creating your own small businesses. You showed me how to grow a company, how to treat people, how to be creative, how to balance work and play, how to live. You were always a romantic. You and Dad showed Joan and me the way to build a life filled with humor and heart, hope and humility, honesty and happiness. You showed us the value of kindness, the magic of laughter,
So beautiful to have this whole thing captured.
the joy of family.
Absolutely.
You were always my guiding light in Virgin Galactic. You shared with me that the day we named our mothership VMS Eve was one of your happiest. You always knew Eve would start my journey to space one day, just as I always knew you would do the impossible for me. Well, Mum, our mothership, which carries your name, will carry the next generation of dreamers into space. You were always a dreamer. You urged me to strive for every opportunity I saw. You told me to chase my wildest fantasies and to live life to the full. Well, the brave may not live forever, but the cautious do not live at all. How you love, and how you are missed.
Awesome.
Dad always said, "Isn't life wonderful?" And you both showed us it was. Always.
Beautiful.
Such a beautiful letter. Branson really was an inspiration to all of us here at Virgin Galactic.
Super.
If you're just now tuning in, my name is Veronica McGowan. I'm a structures operations engineer here at Virgin Galactic. Alongside me is astronaut Chris Hadfield and future astronaut Kelly Girardi. So great to have you guys here. Earlier today, we saw Richard and his crew make their way down to the astronaut walkway, Spaceport America, seeing their families off before they were escorted
Bro,
to
she'll
space
go
flight system
to space
for
before
final
us.
inspections and preparation for
TikTok में
maiden
आएगा.
takeoff. They were driven to the
Right.
runway in their fleet of Land Rovers.
छोड़ दे bro.
And Land Rovers are
TikToks
exclusive
बना.
and they help with day-to-day operations. And in fact, we have a bespoke vehicle that we designed with them called the Astronaut Edition. And this is exclusively available to Virgin Galactic future astronauts, and it's the one that drove Richard to Spaceship Unity this morning. So we're delighted to have Land Rover as a part of the team.
I'm just gonna open Twitter and see what Musk is doing.
Let's check in on them via our onboard
मैं
camera.
just भाई पीछे कर रहा था मैं भी.
Wow, look at that view already. You can see some contrails. Chris, how do you think the crew will be feeling right about now?
So many different things at once. They're just about
Holy shit.
46,000 feet.
What?
मस्क के ट्विटर प्रोफाइल का कवर फोटो देख रहा है
Tug of war.
भाई
नहीं.
इट इज मार्स टर्निंग इनटू अर्थ
अच्छा हाँ ये देखा नहीं है तुम पहले.
Really focused, but at the same time,
काफी टाइम से यही है.
rising excitement that you can feel like a thermometer going up.
Amazing.
बहुत टाइम से यही है.
At the time, what I really wanted to do was go back to my 9-year-old self and just let her in the cockpit and scream and wave my hands because it's just so exciting and fun. They're focused, they're professional, they're doing their job, but it's just a magnificent moment as we get ready for ignition.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's certainly a mixture of excitement and anticipation with our crew today, but they will all be focused on the task at hand, as you said, and preparing themselves to run through their individual test points. And on the subject of testing, today's spaceflight is an opportunity for us to evaluate our cabin experience. It's the environment where our passengers will cross the 50-mile border defined by NASA as the entry to space. Let's hear more about the transformative journey that our crew are on.
Well, hello.
It is not the
Played a
62 miles that I was telling you guys before the stream.
Acha.
You know, back in 1860, it took 10 days for the Pony Express to deliver a letter from the toilet while they vacation on the other side of the world. Progress. But while some technology has grown exponentially, others have remained practically the same. Planes still travel at the same speed they did 50 years ago. We still use the same ground launch system from the early days of space travel, and they haven't come out with a new snow cone machine in years. That's where the innovations of Virgin Galactic come in.
What does spaceflight with Virgin Galactic entail? Well, it has a unique combination of revolutionary design
There's a
and
proper
innovations
sales
that make
pitch.
it like no other vehicle that has ever gone before.
They not shying away from it at all. Like
To launch from the ground,
Full
at all.
throttle, all in.
energy to lift the vehicle from a static start and to propel it through the thickest parts of the Earth's atmosphere. Instead, Virgin Galactic spaceflight stopped with a smooth runway takeoff, not dissimilar to a conventional commercial airliner. The spaceship attached to a mothership gracefully ascends to the launch altitude of
Oh.
around 50,000 feet, bypassing the thickest parts of the Earth's atmosphere, making it far more energy efficient and far more comfortable for the passengers inside.
Oh, I did not know this.
Reach the launch altitude location. Mission control provides clearance for release. The pilots activate the launch and set spaceship free. Within seconds, the rocket motor ignites as the vehicle starts its rapid ascent toward the stars. During this awe-inspiring journey, the spaceship reaches speeds of up to 3 times the speed of sound. And out the window, passengers will watch the color change from blue through indigo, and then to the iconic inky black as they soar into space. Once the rocket motor shuts down, passengers will unbuckle their seatbelts and float effortlessly around the cabin, enjoying the
इंडिया में तो धक्का मुक्की लगा देगा.
Imagine this is just the pre-launch. Imagine what they must have
True.
planned for.
The launch. कितने घंटे चलने वाला I have no clue. I mean,
No idea.
obviously we don't care, but खाने वाने को लेके बैठना चाहिए.
for re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere, utilizing the second design innovation of Virgin Galactic space system, the
Ooh.
re-entry is arguably the most challenging aspect of space travel, and it's largely been approached in 2 ways: with winged vehicles or with capsule spacecraft. The revolutionary
To have the
concept of Virgin Galactic
balls literally to live stream that it's a high risk event. I mean, it's not a low risk event. To have the balls to amazing.
On the way to space, the spaceship folds in half, with the wheels moving upward to a 60-degree position, and our pilots put the vehicle into an elegant backflip. This points the windows straight back towards Earth, offering passengers astounding and
The
unobstructed
feeling of weightlessness.
allows the vehicle to behave like a capsule on re-entry.
Nothing would match watching space, watching Earth from outside. I mean, zero
Seriously.
gravity, you can get that experience on Earth also, but
Once the ship is slipped down,
True.
it's starting to travel through the thicker parts of the Earth's atmosphere, where a winged vehicle is advantageous for maneuverability. The wings come back down from their feather position, and the spaceship gently glides back home, safely and smoothly, ensuring a thrilling yet comfortable ride.
I mean, this is not a vertical landing also like we have for the Falcon 9 and all.
Correct. Yeah, it's not going that high up.
True, obviously. I mean, they're putting up satellites and that's farther than where these guys are going.
Yeah.
That is some next level space engineering. I love how its re-entry is feathered, just like Richard's hair.
Random shit.
Gradual planet floating to the depths of space. I don't know in a minute if my wife would let me. Pilot, Veronica.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that would be an offer to get your refuse. Now, Chris, I'm sure you'd agree that the experience that Richard is having right now is probably a lot more comfortable than your launches.
Yeah, I had a chance to fly as part of the space shuttle crew twice, and then I flew on the Russian ship as the pilot once. And it's a little capsule, like they were talking about winged and capsule vehicles, but both of them needed a rocket to get them up above the atmosphere. And the beauty of what Sir Richard and his crew are doing now is that they've had the mothership Eve to carry them gently up. So yeah, they're much more comfortable than I was at this stage, getting ready for the second engine of the rocket suite.
Yeah, I can imagine. And Kelly, now I know you've experienced zero G already in some parabolic flights. Your spaceflight will surely be an extension, right, of that zero G time. What are you most looking forward to in terms of conducting experiments in that environment?
Yeah, exactly. Like Veronica said, I've done a number of parabolic research flights here on Earth where the aircraft takes this roller coaster profile to simulate zero G seconds at a time. But during a dedicated research mission with Virgin Galactic, I am most looking forward to that continuous, uninterrupted minutes worth of microgravity exposure to do my experiments. It's just an unprecedented time. The next generation of researchers and scientists are going to be flying with their payloads, and I'm so excited for what's to come.
Yes, definitely excited for your spaceflight, and I'm very excited that people can experience, not only that personal transformation on space flights, but also conduct scientific research. So it's a really flexible platform. I am hearing from our mission control center
साइंस
now
क्यों
that
नहीं
we're
लिया अब
about
लग रहा है
6.5
खराब.
minutes out to release. We're getting pretty close. So let's go ahead and switch over to our onboard camera footage.
Not too late,
for the
bro.
whole portion of the flight
Let's
here
do
until
it.
landing. I am hearing we're in the
Hit
middle
the
of our
wrong nerve on the
Alpha
wrong
10,
day.
10 minutes out from the moment when Mothership Eve releases Spaceship Unity, and this is based on an estimated time of arrival to that release point. So timing may vary a little
Hello,
bit.
hello,
But
Niket.
the closer we get to that point, the more accurate the
Guys, you
estimate
can keep
becomes.
talking to
And
us in the
right now,
comments
we're
and all.
about 6 minutes
Um,
out.
keep
So
telling
up
us what you're
until
loving about
L-10,
this whole thing.
Eve is in full mothership mode, carrying Spaceship Unity to altitude and providing her, through essentially an umbilical cord with electrical power, system heat, and cabin pressure.
Just send in some highs so that I feel you guys have not slept or something.
Keep folks cool on the ground for hot summer days like today, and heated at high altitude.
I mean, I would disown you guys if you have slept, but
passengers comfortable. So at L-10, Spaceship Unity switches to her own battery power for avionics control systems and performs electrical checks, weather system checks, flight control checks, and more. And that's about each check here.
they have a lag.
These days, more and more systems are becoming automated.
When is it actually supposed to
And
launch?
what's exciting about the Virgin Galactic spaceflight system is that our crew truly are hands-on with the piloting throughout the flight.
Ooh, he's in the.
Sir Richard Branson now. It's so exciting to see them in the
They're
back.
flying already, I think.
Incredibly excited. And of course, as mentioned
Oh.
earlier, we have Dave and Mike up front. We have an amazing team of pilots here, and they just love to pilot a vehicle that is arguably the most exciting vehicle in the world to fly.
There's this altitude that they're mentioning.
It also provides passengers with an additional level of comfort, knowing they have crew members with them throughout the duration of the flight.
I think at
There they are again,
about 50,000 feet,
for about 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
they're going to drop off the extra weight. The dead weight is going to go off.
4 minutes more.
What?
4 minutes. They're saying in 4 minutes that is supposed to happen, and that's where we're seeing most of this coming in now.
Alright, so
More and more people also coming in on the live.
now, so we just passed the 4-minute mark. At this point,
They've already started,
Anuj.
Anuj.
In its launch configuration, after going through the various L-10 checks, just confirming all settings are back in their place and go for launch. And this is also the point when Spaceship Unity will isolate her air supply from Eve and prime the motor by opening the backup oxidizer valve.
Brilliant.
Once these actions are complete, the pilots are going to seek clearance for the NCC.
He's looking like a cool bro.
We have 2 NCCs supporting today our primary horizon America, and they're being supported by the Oculus Mission Control Center at our manufacturing base
It's
in Baja, California.
happening.
These teams consist of experts across various departments and disciplines within the company, and they're verifying checks with the crew today every step of the way.
Branson's age is 70, 72, I think.
That our L-4 checks are complete. We are roughly 3 minutes out from release at this
Started.
point.
It's about to happen. Wait, no.
I don't know about you all, but I can feel the anticipation building just watching the screen and looking at
Just
the
we're gonna see them float out and about in just a few
And
minutes,
we
I
have
think.
just received clearance for release
मेरे को मन कर रहा है लाइट वाइट बंद करके देखूं अभी.
So we are 2 minutes and 30 seconds out now.
No, I don't think.
I can only imagine what it would be like to be on board. This must be incredibly exciting for the crew.
We have a few sadists watching the live
Yeah,
stream.
I saw that.
Now, and once we get to the 30-second point, Spaceship Unity is going to arm the launch pylon. And then once we get to that designated point, the mothership pilots are actually the ones that engage the release, setting Unity free. So we have actions for both the mothership pilots and the spaceship pilots, so they're in coordination and all agree on.
Imagine the level of coordination, man. ये तो मस्त बैठा है.
ऐसा लग रहा है कि वो नहीं होता है, ध्यान ले रहे हो.
The spaceship pilots are also going to push the stick all the way forward to prepare for release. And things happen pretty quickly after the release. So the pilots are going to light the rocket motor and they're going to accelerate in level flight until they reach Mach 1, at which point they'll start what we call the gamma turn, where we turn directly up.
100 people watching live. Awesome.
1
Wow.
minute to release now.
Ooh, it's getting real. Everybody has that excitement right now within themselves.
This is going to be on YouTube for like ever, and you can imagine if this technology existed when Neil Armstrong was like.
Absolutely.
And
we could live
sitting
stream it and watch it together. I mean,
wow.
30 seconds. The Spaceship Unity pilots are arming the launch.
Man, I hope Elon takes us to Mars. I'm gonna feel that way and watch it together and.
Absolutely.
What they all must be feeling right now.
I mean, that can in itself be a whole series because it will take 4 to 6 months to reach Mars, right? They can do a daily evening show kind of a thing.
2, 1, release. Clean release. Ignition. Good rocket motor burn. There's Mach 1, trimming now.
Wow. Oh.
नहीं ऐसा मत
Trim complete. Unity is pointed directly up and heading to space. Things are looking great. We are 25 seconds into the burn now, approaching Mach 2.
Watch how fast suddenly the altitude.
Yeah, the altitude is increasing. Yeah.
30 seconds, Mach 2.
The speed. Look at the speed.
Holy shit!
Look at the goddamn speed.
Wow.
Wow.
Beautiful.
45 seconds.
Wow.
50 seconds, approaching Mach 3.
At 250,000 feet, they'll start experiencing weightlessness. So 250,000 feet is what you need to eye for.
Folks, we are heading to space.
Holy shit! Wow.
Look at the speed.
Have been cleared to unstrap. Our predicted apogee is 279,000 feet and climbing. The pilots
Guys,
are now
Richard, what?
And, as soon as they do that, it's going to initiate a backflip for Spaceship Unity. This is normal. We want those windows pointed down towards the Earth to maximize that incredible view. So Feather is coming up now, and the pilots are
Oh
also
shit! 250K.
The drop.
control system,
The speed
which is
drop.
what they'll use to control
Yeah.
the
Imagine the jolt.
the atmosphere.
Wow.
All right, Feather is all the way
Oh.
up at about 250,000.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Welcome to Space Unity 22.
What's going on inside? Come on, कुछ तो बोलो. Bro, ये तो जाते जा रहा है. अरे बोल तो भाई.
Richard Branson is out there enjoying weightlessness. He's like, fuck the world. I don't want to talk to anyone right now.
On board today, and we'll be sure to capture his magical words and share them with the world when they're available.
Connectivity lose हो गया होगा ना वहाँ पे.
Remember the day, remember where you are, and remember who you shared this with, and remember the name Virgin Galactic.
Remember who you shared it with. Redon was here with you. Karn was here. Pratibha was here. Shantanu was here.
By humans leaving planet Earth, Sir Richard Branson fulfills his long-held dream of experiencing space with his crew.
Speed altitude's dropping. Why? I want to see Richard. Have a few beers. Same effect.
ये रहा.
Oh shit.
Awesome, यार.
So we are on the re-entry portion of our flight now, and the mission specialists are heading back to their seats.
Cabin recording दिखा यार.
Our training team has worked really hard.
अब क्या होगा दिखा के 250K पे होना था यार. Shit.
I mean वो delay हो रहा होगा ना. Relay होने में delay हो रहा होगा.
I think that slight glimpse. Did you see? There was one person who was like,
correct. Richard ही तो Sir Richard.
Yeah, I think it was Richard.
I think they didn't get the right. They weren't able to project the right image, and they were like, "नहीं भाई ये नहीं दिखाएंगे हम." That is what happens when you take a 70-year-old billionaire to the space.
But amazing, यार.
Wow, crazy.
I will never forget this day, this date, and the people that I'm watching it with. Absolutely phenomenal, absolutely exhilarating, absolutely can't be explained in words, I think.
Seriously.
Superb.
All right, folks, we are now
Crazy.
subsonic, just under 75,000 feet in altitude.
What goes up must come down. Yes, Ashish, coming down. Altitude, देखो altitude. Bro, उधर से jump मारने का था ना.
The comment section is going berserk.
One person is saying 2021 and no goddamn good camera. What the hell? Some people are saying, don't worry guys, the price of Virgin broadband goes up next week.
Now, as the feather comes down, the nose of spaceship is going to drop. This is normal and expected. Once that feather's down, the pilots will begin a gentle pull up to a level attitude. And I'm hearing the feather is down and locked now.
अब नीचे आ रहा है.
So at this point, spaceship Unity is a glider, so it's all about balancing her potential and kinetic energy. So if the pilots want to go faster, they point the nose down, and if they want to go slower, they bring the nose up.
Yeah, obvious. Yeah.
I mean, we've played those games.
A track called New Normal. And all of us will get to hear that on Earth during our celebration, so stick around for that.
On Earth celebrations.
I don't know about you all, but I'm so
I mean,
overwhelmed
this is...
and excited about what we just witnessed. And there's one person in particular who's got me on the field right now. As you can see him sending a congratulatory shake to his passenger Colin Bennett there with him. Let's see if we can
ही इज लाइक, मेरे को दिखाया कि नहीं अर्थ पे, इतना पैसा मैं खर्चा किया इवेंट ऑर्गेनाइज करने में और मेरे को ही तुम लोग नहीं दिखाया, सबको दिखाया. They can spy ants from space but can't record 364K in space.
So
That
Richard,
is
we
so
are
true.
this is absolutely the ultimate birthday present for you. What was it like?
The comment section is lit. Uh, yes, I don't even understand one language. I was like, ये क्या लिखा, मेरा दिमाग घूम रहा है क्या फिर?
अरे नहीं नहीं, थोड़े आउटर बीइंग्स भी देख रहे हैं ना, किसी किसी तरीके से एक्सेस तो कर सकते.
Read on के इस पे, I mean amazing.
And we will be sure to release some footage of Richard and the crew up there today.
They're like, धरती के लोगों को दिखा लो, उधर तो फायदा हुआ नहीं, पैसा हो गया खर्चा.
उधर हमारे रिचर्ड भाई साहब बैलेंस नहीं कर पाए.
Imagine Mukesh Ambani going there doing this. He'll be like, निकालो गवर्नमेंट में कौन था निकालो.
Bezos, if you're watching this, please get a good camera, man. Please.
Congratulations to everybody for creating such a beautiful, beautiful thing. Congratulations to all our wonderful students that have been lasting for 70 years and hard work getting this far.
I don't know what he said. He said congratulations.
All right, so I'm so happy we could catch a little part of that. It seems like there's a little bit of a delay in the transmission there. It does have a long way to travel. But you can tell by the smiles on their faces, they just had the ride of their lives. We are so excited for them to land and party the rest of the day with like astronauts in the typical version.
Awesome. He's so excited. I mean, you can feel that enthusiasm of a kid. Amazing.
So we are at 22,000 feet now and descending. As I mentioned earlier,
That whole descent after 100K to 250K to 275K, that was like insane.
Crazy.
Absolutely.
chase aircraft with Jamil and Patrick to get some really cool visuals.
And for them, the change in a few seconds, you can literally see the atmosphere and color of the outer space going all dark. Wow.
Yes.
They are flying over one of the most remarkable landscapes in the United States and the largest desert in North America, the Chihuahua Desert. The area around the spaceport includes more than 6,000 square miles of restricted airspace and high desert, which is one of the reasons it was built here. And of course, our future astronauts will be able to take in so much of that natural beauty. And, of course, we also have White Sands nearby. White Sands National Park is just to our east. It's visible right over the Black Range Mountains. White Sands, of course, has been the backdrop for so many films, commercials, and music videos, and it's known for having the largest gypsum dune field on the planet.
People who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who actually do.
Totally.
This is one man who's absolutely, whatever be the video delay, audio delay,
So also nearby is the
one of the best experiences ever.
And that's nearly 500,000 acres of protected land that our guest families will be able to experience. And even though temperatures can hit the triple digits in the summer here, we also have cool desert days. And fortunately, our pilots and crew can stay comfortable thanks to their spacesuits. They were designed with our technical spacewear partner, Under Armour, and they're absolutely beautiful. You can see on the crew there. They're lightweight.
Proper sales pitch. Now she's
A word for our sponsors.
But yeah, take me in these boxes and all. Also, I don't mind. I mean, I don't care about the beauty of the vessel that I am in. I would just want the beauty that my eyes can capture out there.
So also to commemorate this flight from New Mexico, we reached out to the Zia Pueblo, who gave us permission to use their sun
I'm
symbol
having a
on
great time reading all the comments, guys. It's amazing.
Amazing
flag,
comments,
and
guys.
it's embedded with symbolic meaning. The number 4 is sacred to the Zia people, and the emblem represents the 4 directions, the 4 seasons, the 4 times of day, and the 4 phases of life. We are honored and proud to feature this perfectly balanced symbol on Spaceship Unity's tail cone, as we also celebrate our new home.
We'll put up Redon's logo someday on some spaceship.
Definitely.
You can see the chase in the background there, outside of Richard's window. The pilots are coordinating with Chase now and discussing their energy management plan. They're at about 9,500 feet in altitude.
इतना से तो
And the
कूद
runway
जाते हैं
out
इंडिया,
here at
I mean
Spaceport
अर्थ
America
पे
is
लोग.
around 4,600 feet in altitude.
India.
Beautiful. Amazing, yaar. I think he'll land, he'll say something. Did not take a lot of time, I think.
All right, we have 3 landing gear down and locked. Now the pilots are going to be landing on runway 34 today, so that's coming from the south and towards the north for those of you on site watching. And for the non-pilots tuning in, those numbers represent the first 2 numbers of the magnetic heading of the runway. So, for example, 34 is 340 degrees on your compass. We are just about 1,000 feet above the field now and on final. 500 feet above the runway. 300 feet. Over the threshold?
Nice. Okay, so altitude was sea level, the way measured. Nice.
Main gear touchdown. And we're going to hold it just like this for a minute before bringing the nose down. You can see they're already celebrating inside there.
He's like, अरे बच गया, फोटो नहीं आया, कोई बात नहीं, मैं नीचे तो आया. One more time. मेरा होता तो मैं हर बार चला जाता. कोई भी बुक किया हुआ, I am going, bye.
Seriously.
But yeah, how
Wow.
much of an investment
I don't know, man.
must
Billions
this
of
be?
dollars. Who cares? Who cares? It's like 100 रुपया जेब में 1 रुपया गिर गया, क्या फर्क पड़ता है?
और मैं weightlessness भी experience करा है, अर्थ भी देखा है. Yeah, it got over pretty fast.
Yeah, the event was the build up, and guys, absolutely amazing experience.
On board from our operational home base in Spaceport America. A beautiful day of flight. What a moment. Congratulations to everybody on board, and of course our very own Spaceship Unity returned to space today. And of course we also saw beautiful flying from our Eve crew, CJ, Kelly, and brilliant work by our chase pilots, Janelle and Patrick, all of whom are still in the air right now. Great job to you all.
Brilliant commentary by you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. More than half a century since the world rejoiced when humans first achieved spaceflight, Richard Branson fulfills his dream of experiencing space travel. Congratulations to Richard and Virgin Galactic. Congratulations also to Colin Bennett and Sarisha Bandla on becoming astronauts. And also a welcome back to space for David Mackay, Mike Pasucci.
Well, stay tuned, folks. We will be hearing more from our astronauts later in the broadcast.
Absolutely amazing, guys. Thanks for joining in. We had the time of our lives. Absolutely, me, Kant, Pratibha.
Amazing.
It was nothing less than magical. Absolutely amazing. Any parting thoughts, Kant?
No, this was just amazing. I couldn't have imagined watching this with anyone but you guys. So amazing. I
Same here,
think
bro.
so.
Same here.
And what are they going
What
to
about
do?
you, Pratibha?
How are they going to take
It was beautiful. I could just kind of feel it and can't wait for the day when I'm up there.
मजा आ
this
गया.
whole team is just a
मजा आ
coalition?
गया.
How are they going to
Awesome, guys. Thanks for joining in. I hope you guys enjoyed and you watched it live with Team Read On. Keep reading, keep spreading the word, and stay inspired.
It
Bye
was
bye.
epic.
Bye
And,
bye.
as somebody who has spent, what, like
Bye.
4,000 hours in space, is